Hey, everybody. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. Still getting everything a little set up. That's good to hear, Betty. Thank you, Blaine. Yep, I just figured that one out. Hold on. I didn't mute. I did not mute this one. There we go. Thank you, Sean. I switched over to hey Sean, hey Must Drill. How's it going? Hey Sean, I switched over to StreamYard. I got a good deal from StreamYard. So I switched over. I still may use EVMux for on occasions because you get like 30 hours free a month. But I actually paid. This is a paid version of StreamYard, which I got to look into it to see. I don't even know how to use StreamYard really. But I appreciate you guys all coming in here after the video. Appreciate your time. Yeah, that was the most amazing experience I've had, especially like an excursion. That was one of the most amazing experiences I've had. I cut out a lot of stuff that we did some stuff on the glacier, my son and I, and I cut that out. I wanted to get this video out to people that are going to Alaska now that might be thinking about this excursion. So I got it out there, and I kind of just put the excursion out there so they can see it. I'm just reading the comments. I'm sorry, Bill. It was. At first, I didn't think it would be. I'm like, oh man, $300, $350. How could it be? It was a once in a lifetime type deal. It was a once in a lifetime type deal. And I'm not. I really don't like heights, and it got a little scary at times. But I loved it. I say I wouldn't do it again. I tell my son I wouldn't do it. He wants to do it again. My son would love to do it again. So I mean, we'll see. I said no. I said I wouldn't do it again because of my fear of heights. But it, it was amazing. So I say that now. Maybe I will. Maybe if I go to Vegas, do a helicopter trip above the strip or something like that. But the glacier, landing on the glacier, and they told you about the glaciers and how they were formed and all this other good stuff. And you were able to walk around and see different things, and you could actually taste glacial water. There was a little stream flowing, so you could taste the glacial water. It was definitely a once in a lifetime type trip. You go to Alaska, where you're going to see whales. I mean, unless something special happens, you're on a tour and a whale comes up right next to the ship. You're going to see whales. You're going to probably see bears on the shores with binoculars. It was nothing like experiencing this firsthand. Um, and I gotta give thanks to my son because I never would have done this without my son. He was the one that wanted to do this, and pops, we got to do it, and yeah. So I got to give him thanks because it's something that I'll never forget. Blaine, cool that all three helicopters went at the same time. Guess it was good in case something happened. Yeah, well, it's a tour. So what they do is they take us to the glacier, and a lot of times I did it towards the end of the day, but a lot of times what they'll do is pick up other people. Matter of fact, when we landed, you saw other people waiting to get back on the helicopters to go back to the port. So it's just like a 15-minute round, 15-minute flight to the glacier. You spend about 20, 30 minutes on the glacier and then 15 minutes back. But yeah, no, I really enjoyed it. The gang is all here, Betty. Yeah, I mean, if you can afford, again, I mean, if you have a family, there was a family there. I mean, it was what, four or five of them. Not on my helicopter, but they kind of divide you up, and um, they get you there. I mean, they uh, put you on a helicopter, but again, $350 times four or five. Yikes! Yikes! Anyway, but I tell you, the kids that went, they'll never forget it. There's a weight limit of 250. Above 250, you have to pay like a surcharge, like you pay like one and a half times, I believe, is what the charge was. So there was like a weight limit. Okay, Sean, early start for you today. I appreciate you stopping in here. Hey, together we travel. And again, I appreciate all you guys coming to the premiere. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was a weight charge. I made weight barely, but I did. No extra charge here, buddy. So that was in Juneau. I saw they also had it in. They had a helicopter ride for. It was right next to the port. Wasn't Skagway. It had to be Ketchikan, maybe, probably Ketchikan, where they had another helicopter ride. So maybe next time I might try that one. I'm assuming it goes to another glacier. That was Mendenhall Glacier, and the falls that I pointed out. A lot of people go on the Mendenhall Glacier walk or tour. You walk down a path to get to that waterfall right there. That was the Nugget Waterfall that a lot of people walk to. So yeah, no, it was nice, and the pilot is pointing out things. You have headphones on, so you're talking through the headphones. So whatever the pilot is saying, you guys couldn't hear. So that's why everything was just muted out. Let me do one thing real quick. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, there we go. I just want to do one thing real quick, and I'll be right with you guys. All right. I am back. Hey, Felicia. Welcome in. Thanks for stopping in. I guess I'd have to pay surcharge. It's bad. I have to pay extra to be fluff. Yeah, I was borderline. I was borderline. They say, hey, you have, because I mean they let you know ahead of time, and it's like they hey, if you get there, they're going to charge you extra if you're over 250. It was a nice day, so I took off my coat. I had like a heavy coat on. I took it off. I made weight, and they let me put my jacket back on. It's like, oh, well, good. I'm not gonna be cold because I was gonna go up there in a hoodie, um, if I had to save that charge, because I figured I was only gonna be out there for 20 or 30 minutes. But I made it. See how to figure this out. I got to work on setting this up with StreamYard. But yeah, if you ever get a chance, and if you can afford it, highly recommend it. Uh, and there's another one there. I believe it's Juno also, where it has the whale watching and Mendenhall Glacier Walk. Hey, Trish, the natural, welcome in. And it's like a excursion in itself. I did it the last time I was there, but that was some years ago, and I don't remember the price. But that was nice. I mean, going whale watching, you get a little closer view of the whales, and the walk to Mendenhall Glacier where you could see the glacier was a nice one. A little less expensive as far as I remember. I don't remember, and I didn't get the prices for this particular cruise. But this again, I mean, I did I do it? I don't know if I did any other like, and I did actually this. I did this one with Carnival. This was unique because normally, if you go Carnival cruises, they offer an excursion, but a lot of times, if you go to the port, you have the tour guides there that would do it, and they do it cheaper. This one was actually more expensive to do it away from Carnival than it was to do it with Carnival, which made no sense. But and this is the day of. Let me get a drink of water. I don't know how I'm almost always late to my premieres and my lives. I just wait. I always wait till the last minute. Yeah, I got to get better at that. I put this kind of out of order too. I'm still doing my next video. Will go back to the Luminosa cruise tour. This is kind of on Mondays. That's when I usually do those videos. Again, like I said, the reason I put this video out today was a lot of people are going on to Alaska now. So you know how you have to strike when the iron's hot. Well, a lot of people are going to Alaska now and looking up excursions and things like that. So I wanted to get this video out there so people could look at it, see it, and see if if it's something they would like. Also, maybe give me some extra views, of course. But I will be going back to the Carinal Luminosa. To be honest with you, I don't know what was the last one I put up. I think the next one is a sea day. The next one would be I did embarkation, and the next one will be about sea days. So, or yeah, first sea day or two. But yeah, and I've been back for a little over a week, and when I got back, man, I was glad to be back. But I come back. It took me a few days. It took me about a week before I started watching videos again. Hey, Charlene, welcome in Indianapolis. Bud Files, thanks for stopping by. It took me about a week before I started even watching videos, YouTube videos. I was okay, Betty. I was I don't know, burned out. I would say jet lag, but I took a cruise ship back, so I don't know about jet lag. But I was tired. But now I'm getting back into it. I'm starting to watch a few more videos. I even made Pete's Live, Scratching Pete's Live this week. And I'm going to try to start getting out more. Eddie Lugo, he goes live like 12 times a day. Eddie, I won't be making your morning show. Don't worry about that one. The later shows, U and Z, I'll make those. And I think tomorrow night, Eddie he goes live at 10 p.m. Eastern time. I think he's going to still try to do that. Yeah, I think he's going to Tennessee this weekend, but I think he's still going to try to go live Friday night at 10 p.m. Eastern. So I will make sure I'm there. $14. 10-4. You lost me on the 14. Not yeah, Tennessee Saturday. Yep. I hope everybody's day is going good. I mean, it's been a good day. And as I look at these videos, and even watching this video, I normally don't rewatch my videos. I don't. I you know I don't like the way I sound on film and things like that, so I don't rewatch most of my videos. 14 lives instead. Oh, 14. Yeah, you're on there a lot. You remind me of me back when I was trying to get my watch hours. That's what I was going live every chance I got. Every time I thought about it, go live, see what's going on. Um, but yeah. So watching this video, getting back to what I was talking about, watching this video, it started making me want to go on a cruise. Now everybody's on the family reunion group cruise, and they're all going live, and they're all sharing videos on Instagram and YouTube and Facebook. I'm getting back in it. I'm getting back in the mood. I feel like it's time to book Eddie Lugo Studios group cruise. $25 to hold your spot on the group cruise for anybody in here that want to go on a cruise. Eddie Lugo Studios has a group cruise coming up, and well, 24, right, Eddie? And it's a Halloween. It's booze cruise too, and it's excuse me. It's during Halloween. I'm going Halloween this year, but Eddie's is next year. I believe it's the 28th, October 28th, on Carnival Paradise. I do believe. $25 will hold your spot. So I've been holding off because I was going to go, wait. I might as well go ahead and get that taken care of for $25. I mean, you almost can't, beat that. Together we travel. My next cruise is actually the booze cruise this year, October 29th. And Felicia, Eddie's Lugo's group cruise, booze cruise, is going to be in 24. Felicia, not this one. I believe you're going on this one in October of 23. Eddie's is October of 24. But I think Felicia is going on the booze cruise this year. And Eddie Lugo has dropped Bruce from Ocean to Ocean. He's a travel advisor, and he's doing the bookings for this cruise, for the booze cruise, and well, he's doing both of them. I believe he's doing the one for 23 and 24. So if you're thinking about doing it, Eddie just put up there Bruce's email. So contact him and he can get you set up. Yeah, Eric, that's what people think. I'm like, if I make 25 cents a day. Yeah, see, Felicia's going this year. I get to meet Felicia finally. And she has a friend, and she used to always come on live when I was doing late night lives, sifting some soil. And she used to always come on and help me practice with the EVMux and all these StreamYard products. And I think she's going also. So yeah, it should be a fun cruise. It should be a fun cruise. I got to work on a Halloween costume. It's been a while since I've dressed up for Halloween, but I think I'm going to Felicia, F.R. Humphrey. I don't know who Mona is. And that's one thing about me is I see people's names from YouTube. That's what I know you as. A lot of times people say like the real names, and I try to do it. I try to say it more. Eddie Lugo, well, that's the easy one. F.R. Humphrey, Felicia. Okay, I'm trying to say the names more so I can catch on to the real names. But yeah, it should be a lot of fun to. Okay, Mona. I see. I never knew that. I never knew what her real name was. Sweet. So I mean, again, being able to meet people, it's a lot of. To me, it's enjoyable. I'm mad because I wanted to go but I you know, because I was going on a 22-day and 29-day or whatever cruise, I didn't go on the family reunion group cruise this year, and I'm mad because they went to the islands I want to go to: ABC Islands, Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao. I've been to Aruba. I've been to Bonaire, but it rained, so I really didn't do anything there. I went off the port and got a beer, and that was it. So I need to do Bonaire and Curacao, and they hit those islands, and I was jealous. Jealous, I say. Exploring with Eric. Yeah, things come up, and that's what happened with me. I was going on a 22-day, and then my son wanted to go on this Alaskan one. I said, "Well, 29. Let me go." So I wasn't able to make it, and I didn't feel bad until now. I started seeing all the videos, and and it looked like they're having good weather. So that's a positive also. And that was another thing with my Alaskan cruise. I'm gonna say but we really had good weather. It didn't rain. Like on if you saw the video, it was a little cloudy, but they were high clouds. I mean, it was nice. Wasn't too cold. Up in the mountains on the glacier was a little colder, but again, it wasn't all that cold. Together we travel. I did the Horizon in December, and I was supposed to go to ABC Islands. Somewhere along the line, they switched out the Curacao part for Dominican Republic. Amber Cove. No, it wasn't Amber Cove. What's the other one? There's another one down there. Anyway, and then Bonaire rained. So I did not enjoy it. I'm sorry. I enjoyed it because it was a cruise, but I didn't enjoy those ports. So I have to go back. So I'll probably be back on the Horizon. It all depends. If I get a good price on the, I think some of those Carnival celebrations go down there. Like I think they're on celebration now, right? So but again, I want to get a good price. And a Horizon, I could probably get a better price and go down there and see those islands, countries, island countries. Yeah. And another going back to Alaska, and I'm talking more about Alaska, even though my videos are kind of working on Trans-Pacific. So I'm gonna do all these warm weather videos, but I'm talking about Alaska. Anyway, if you ever get a chance to do, Eddie said he's already working on Booze Cruise 3. If you ever get a chance to do the train ride, I believe it's Skagway. They do a nice train ride. It takes you up to the Yukon in Canada. You have to take your passport, and it's probably up $150, $200 maybe for the excursion. But I mean, you see a lot of amazing sights, and I've done that one before. I didn't do it this year. Most of my budget for excursions went to the helicopter ride. Hey, tripping with Dre. I'm sorry, tripping with Dre and Michelle. I'm not sure who was in here. How's it going? But I've done it before, and that's another cruise that I would recommend. I'm sorry, another excursion that I would recommend. Skagway is beautiful with the train. Yeah, 139. And is that the one up to the Yukon? The Skagway, the train goes up. It goes up to the Canadian border, and it could come back, or you pay a little extra and you go up into Canada into the Yukon. I like that one better if you can afford it. The one stopping at the border was nice too, and it loops up and loops back down the same way. So it doesn't matter which side of the train is on. If you stay on that side, you'll see the same sights because it's just like a loop. So when is everybody else's next cruise? I'm getting excited. I'm starting to look at cruises and discounts and thinking about booking a cruise now. I mean, I need a cheap cruise. I got to look at my casino offers from Carnival. I need a cheap cruise. I need a cheap cruise, someplace warm. I did a back to back. If I ever got a chance to do a back to back again, I do need a cruise before October, Betty. If I ever get a chance to do a back to back like I did, where one is warm and one is cold, I want to do the cold one first. Uh, Going from tropical weather to Alaskan weather, I mean, even though it wasn't bad at 50 degrees, well, I was used to 85 and muggy. Grand Princess, 14 days, Glacier Bay, nice, 14 days. Now you're talking, Eric. Now you're talking. I come to find out, the longer the cruise, the better. I mean, you get to the sea days are fun. You get to meet nice people, and you go play cards. You go, play basketball. You have all these things that you do, almost like you're doing it with your neighbors, which they are your neighbors. But you really get to know your neighbors by the time 14 days, 22 days comes up. You get to really know people. Oh, together we travel. That's the one. Yeah, I'm jealous. I'm jealous. August, they're going to Greenland and Canada. Greenland, I mean, I've never gone that way on a cruise before. Going up to Greenland would be special. That again, you're talking. You see, Carnival has these cruises. They call them journey cruises. And what I went on was a journey cruise. Like the one I went on last year, 23-day, was called a journey cruise. When it's not like a regular, it's not like a regular itinerary. They have like special itineraries. Well, they're going on one, the Carnival Legend, which that was a ship I went to Alaska my first time. They're going up to Greenland through Canada, Nova Scotia, I believe that way, and up to Greenland. And those are amazing trips. Those are the kind of ones that you may only do it one time, but again, I mean, it's worth the one time. Whoops, hold on. There we go. I really like the journey presentation talks as well. Yeah, and again, I mean, they have like on an Alaskan cruise, and that's what I was trying to tell somebody. Who was I on? I think I was on Coach Cruise last night or Tuesday night, and we were talking. And Emily, the naturalist, was the naturalist on my cruise through Alaska, and she was on Coach Cruise talking about what she does and how she does it. If you ever go to Alaska, if you ever go on these journey cruises, make sure you listen to the talks, the presentations, like the journey. They'll tell you about what's going on, and sometimes they'll bring on a naturalist, but they'll tell you about the different islands. Go to those and learn. It's not all about a party. Sometimes, Emily. I mean, she had every morning. She would have a group meeting or a conference in the or presentation in the theater, and you go down there and she tells you what wildlife you can expect to see. And what's neat about the naturalist is they walk around they're on the ship the entire time we're on the ship, and all they're doing is looking for wildlife and things to share with us. So she'll come over these the speakers and tell us, hey, there's whales at 3 o'clock. Port side is the left side, and starboard side is the right side, and she tells you where they're at. There's a group of whales there. There's a bear on the shoreline. Granted, I mean, again, it may not seem like you're a long way from shore. You're a long way from shore, and if you're up on the 10th deck, you're high in the air. So if you see a bear on the shoreline, it's a spot. It's a little speck from the ship. Bring binoculars. If you ever go like on a any kind of journey, together we travel, make sure you take a pair of binoculars. They don't have to be the best binoculars in the world, but take some binoculars. Fr Humphrey wants to go to Greece. I want to go to Greece, but she doesn't want to do it on a cruise. You know what? I'm more of a cruise person. I'm more of a cruise person, so I want to do a Greece cruise, Mediterranean cruise. Before I do that, I may do a Nile River cruise. I want to do a Nile River cruise because I want to see the pyramids. Charlene Phelps, did you cruise to Hawaii? I did. I'm doing a vlog on it now. I haven't got it. I did it last year, and I did it this year. I came from Australia this year, and I hit Honolulu, and I love Hawaii. And this was the first time that I went to Waikiki Beach. Waikiki Beach is fun. Waikiki Beach reminds me of what like South Beach used to be like 10 years ago. Just a lot of fun, no fight, nobody, overindulging and things like that. It was really nice. Last year I hit 4 ports in Hawaii, Honolulu, Kona, Hilo, and one more that slips my mind right now. Every port I had a great time. It's expensive, but I had a great time. This year, I found spam. I did some spam. Spam is supposed to be a delicacy over in Hawaii. So I went to a market. Was it an ABC? Maybe it was ABC. Might have been ABC. Anyway, I went to a market, and they had a deli in there, and they had a spam sandwich. No, it wasn't a sandwich. It was like they made it like they call it musabi. Anyway, I think it's musabi, which is they made it like sushi with rice and spam on top. It was actually pretty tasty. Oops, plug that in. Let me turn up my brightness a little bit. So yes, I have been to Hawaii. Hawaii, do if you go to Hawaii, do an excursion that you can't do someplace else. Go see a volcano or something like that. No, it wasn't Mike and Rihanna. It wasn't wasabi. It's like musabi with an M. Musabi. Was it Maui? It might have been Felicia. It might have been Maui. Might have been Maui, Charlene. I mean, if you ever get a chance, and that's more of what I like trying to do now. If I do excursions, most of the time, if I go to the Caribbean, most of the time the excursions are kind of the same. So when I go to the Caribbean islands, all I want to do is go to a beach, someplace where they have, like a bar, and sit there and relax and enjoy the beach and the weather. But when I do these excursions, like when I went to like Tahiti or someplace, I want to see the island. I want to see what's going on around the island and the water. I always try to dip my toe in the water, at least put a foot in the water, at least wherever I go, just see what the temperature of the water is like. Eddie would love Hawaii because of her Dole pineapples. Eddie, I saw the picture of pineapples. Pineapples do belong on pizza. I know some people don't think so, but yeah, pineapples belong on pizzas. Yeah, together we travel. Yes, binoculars. And listen, I'm sure you're going to have a naturalist on board. Listen to what they say, and when they start talking, people around you may keep talking. Listen to what because they're giving you information that you're going to want to see, and it's information that again, that is what you're getting on this journey's cruise for. All right, Betty. Yeah. Again, if I get pineapples on pizza, I need ham and pineapple, preferably pepperoni ham and pineapple, but ham and pineapple. You can throw bacon on there if you like to. Oh, you already know who it is. Oh, Eric. Oh, Eric knows. Tom Parks. Yeah, I've had a few of them, by about three of them, and I don't really recall their names. Emily is one, and I don't recall the other two's names, but I got a lot of information out of it, and it was fun. And then Emily, what she would do would go in the morning and just walk the deck, walk like the 10th floor outside, and walk around with people and pointing out what she sees. She has the binoculars, looking for wildlife to point out, to show you. So to me, that was, that's what I'm on a cruise for. A lot of people didn't want to come outside, and they wanted to stay inside, and they wanted to stay in the casino and things. I know I want to be outside. Matter of fact, now on Instagram, I follow like three or four naturalists, uh, just for that reason. Because they have, they just have information that you just don't have. So eventually, as I said, like next Monday 4 p.m. Eastern time, I try to upload a new video. So I'm going to get back on track with. Uh, for those of you that are new here, I did a 22-day cruise from Brisbane, Australia to Seattle, and then I did a back-to-back cruise. It was Seattle to Alaska. So I'm working on getting the videos out for the 22-day part. So you'll be seeing those, and then probably in a month, maybe a little less, you'll start seeing more Alaska videos. Hey, Destination Fun. Destination Fun, you are never late. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Right, Blaine. You pay for the views, and not wanting to get outside. If it's cold, if it's early in the morning and cold, wake up, put your coat on, and go outside and catch a sunrise. You can go back. You can go back to sleep a little bit later. When the ship is heading to the next port, you can go back. But even then, you never know when you're going to see a whale. We were sitting in port at, I want to say, Ketchikan, and there was a whale, right off the front of the ship. So you never know when wildlife is going to strike. That's why you have to kind of listen to what the naturalist is saying, and other people are looking out too. And trust me, when they see something, they yell and point out, "Whale! Where there's a whale!" So those of us from, like, I'm from the Midwest. I'm from Detroit. So those of us from the Midwest, when we hear stuff like that, we get excited. People who live on the East Coast and West Coast, they may not get excited. They may have seen whales before and things like that. But um, You'll be surprised. And they tell you what kind of whales. There were orcas in Alaska. We saw orcas. Any fitness possible. Thanks for coming in, my friend. Just talking cruising and Alaska and Journey cruises, and I want to go back on a cruise and all the other good stuff. I'm up here. My next cruise is in October. I want to do even if it's a 3 or 4 day cruise. Yeah, yeah. Well, you do. And then if somebody yells out, the well is probably back underwater by then, usually. So yeah, it is what it is. But that that's part of the fun for me. It's like trying to spy wildlife. In Alaska, especially was it Juneau. Uh, Bald eagles. I mean, they were like, I want to say they were like pigeons, but they were everywhere. I mean, you saw bald eagles everywhere. And if you're walking, you can get pretty close, and you don't realize how big those bald eagles are. But again, if you ever, as I said, life is short. Get out and see as much as you can. That's kind of my philosophy. And I know a lot of people don't like to travel, and that's fine. That's what they want to do. But I want to explore, and I want to see things. I want to see the pyramids. I want to go to Tokyo and see downtown Tokyo where there's a billion people walking around at once. I want to go see that in person. Um, I don't swim. I would love to see the Great Barrier Reef, but again, there all that fluff and stuff always try to get me out there. I can't swim, and I can't swim well enough. And I want to, but that's why going in the water is like Oh, let me go back up here. I think I missed some comments. Blaine, I don't eat seafood. Wah, wah. I don't eat seafood, so no, I didn't have any. I didn't have any fish. I'd imagine it's some of the best that you can ever get. I would have to imagine, because I mean they literally have excursions where you go out, catch your crabs and come back and eat them. So again, I would imagine it would be the best that you could get. Any fit is possible. My father-in-law broke a tourist's heart once. They thought they spotted whales and were crying in joy. My father-in-law began being my father-in-law just bluntly told them those were rocks. Yeah, that was kind of mean. Let them believe it. Let them believe it. Destination fun. The next time I do an Alaska cruise, I want to do the week-long cruise on land. I heard of that. I think that would be fun. I see something like that would be fun. I mean, again, that's a journey. That's an adventure. Hey, Keisha, happy Thursday. Take swimming lessons. Yeah, you know what? I took swimming in high school and I passed. How did I pass? Anyway, I passed. No, I might be too old for swimming lessons, but you never know. What's your favorite cuisine you had on a cruise from Australia to Seattle? I'm a meat and potatoes type of guy, and um, one night they had beef Wellington. What kind of potatoes did they have? They had potatoes, beef Wellington, and potatoes, and I love beef Wellington. They used to serve it all the time on carnival ships. They stopped. I had it on there and I enjoyed it. I also had a steak in the steakhouse that was really good. Hey, Mercy, welcome in. Thanks for coming in. And for those of you that are just coming in, if you don't mind hitting the like button, I would appreciate it. It would help the channel out. And if you're new to the channel, you might want to think about subscribing. If you like what I'm talking about, go ahead and subscribe. You can always unsubscribe if you don't like the content. Go check out a few videos. I've been making videos probably for the last year. So I got a few out there. I got a few out there that you might like. Andre, welcome in. It's funny. I look back on videos and it's like, yikes, I made that. And then now, I mean, even now, I look at my videos and think about things that I should be doing and trying to do. And I say I'm going to do it. I just haven't implemented it yet. So I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to catch up. Destination Fun. They edit videos well, and I'm gonna try. I like the little intro that they do before they get into the video. I think that does well for retention value of videos. So I'm learning. I'm still learning, and I was watching whose videos were I was watching somebody's videos. AK Adventure. I forget who it was. And my son is looking at their camera and he's pointing out the difference between their camera and my camera. I like my camera. It's simple, fit in your pocket. I think it gives a pretty good picture, but it's not as sharp or as clear as a actual camera. So I think I may invest in an actual camera to shoot pictures and also video. Keep my camera for because the best camera is a camera that's available. So I don't always want to walk around with a camera and a big boom microphone with a windsock on it. I don't want to walk around with that all the time. But when I go like to places like Alaska, Fiji, and Tahiti, I want to have good cameras. When I go on my Nile River cruise, I want to have a good camera. Again, kind of once in a lifetime thing. In Greece, I'm not a big balcony person. Alaska and Greece or a Mediterranean cruise, Nile River, I think I would want a balcony. I would want to be sitting out on my balcony, drinking coffee, watching the day go by. So those are things I would splurge on. And, when I would splurge for a balcony, if I get a good price on the balcony on a regular cruise, I'll do it, but it's not a biggie. Mike, I've only seen the 360 camera operated as a 360 camera. And when I first saw it, I really loved it. But then as I started watching more and more videos, I didn't like it as much. But you're telling me that it's a good action camera too. See, that'd be something to look into. Nothing but love. Thanks for coming in. You finally caught it live. Yay! I appreciate it. Thank you so much. So yeah, again, I like my phone for most pictures. My phone and my camera are fine, but those certain like certain events, certain places that I would love to have like a regular camera. Because what I want to do, hey, cruising koozies, what I want to do, there's like a blank wall right behind me, is put up pictures that I've actually taken. I've been saying this for 30 years that I don't put up artwork. I want to put up pictures that I have taken and the different places that I've been and put up those pictures. And I've never done it. I've never done it. I think it's time. And actually, I have something now that I want to put up. Again, I'm the king of procrastination. My kids, oh, this is years ago. They bought me a map, and it's a map of the world, but it's a scratch off map where you scratch off all the countries you've been to. So I want to try to do all the countries that I've been to and put this map up. And you'll probably eventually soon, hopefully one day, you'll see that behind me to see all the countries that I've been to. I've been to a few, not quite enough, but I've been to a few. But going to Egypt, that's up there. And I figure a Nile River cruise, you would be able to, just like um, cruising, it would give you a taste of it. You won't get the full experience because usually you're on the ship. Um, you get off the ship during the day and then you're back on the ship, so you don't see the nightlife. Um, but it gives you a taste of it. Veronica Evans, thanks for calling. Oh, they're on a cruise right now. I want to go. I want to go. Yeah, Veronica, I got the map and I've never used it. I've never scratched anything off. It's still like in the tube that was in. So I want to get a frame, a picture frame, and hang it up. It's kind of large, um, but I think it would be nice just to see the different places that I've gone, because I started talking to people and it's like, "Have you been here?" I was like, "Yeah, actually I did go there. I've been there. Oh yeah, I went there. I didn't stay that long, but I was there." So I'd like to do that, and just for me. And yes, who said that? Together we travel. Who said it? Veronica. Enjoy your cruise. And for all the people in here that like cruising and never cruise from the West Coast, you got to try it. It's different. It hits different. I'm telling you, if you've been on 15 cruises and they all been like the Caribbean, go to the West Coast. Go to the West Coast. I mean, I love. I went out on the Panorama, and I don't. I've only been on like two or three from the West Coast, and I did the Panorama and going to Cabo San Lucas and Ensenada. I loved it, but it was something different. Oh, Cruise and Koozies. Yeah, so they got the Insta 360. Try to get to yeah, play with it now. Play with it before you get on the cruise. I mean, again, you're still going to play with it on the cruise, but play with it now so you get the gist of how to use the camera and the different functions. And if you really want, well, yeah, I mean, again, yeah, it could be a little cold. The Pacific Ocean is a little chilly. So I'm not necessarily looking at the beaches so much, but going to the towns and walking around. Um, I had a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Together we travel. The Panorama was or is in my top five ships. Top five ships. I mean, again, I've been mostly on Carnival, so you're looking at the Carnival Mardi Gras, Carnival Celebration, and then probably Panorama. Anthony on the move. Thanks for coming in. Embarkation Nation. Did I miss you? Yep, there you are. Welcome in. Um, Panama. So yeah, Panama. I mean, Panama. Panorama is probably top three for right now, and that's Carnival. Something tells me that when I go, I'm going on a Allure of the Seas, a Royal Caribbean Oasis class ship in April. Something tells me that I'm going to be changing a few of my rankings. I don't know yet, but something tells me that. So Panorama may go down, but right now it's three. And even though it's a sister ship of the Horizon, I still like the Panorama better. and I'm still again. I'm just coming back to Streamyard, so I got to work on my banners and all that other good stuff and branding and all this. I don't have it set up yet because of course, I mean, I've been knowing about this live for a week, and yeah, did I do anything? No. But again, it took me a while to start getting back into the swing of this uh, YouTube, and people that are. I got to set up my Nightbot. I don't have. I have it where it's dropping some links. It's dropping Embarkation Nations link, Destination Funds link, and I am Betty J Gathers link. Those are three channels that I really enjoy watching and following. Um, and they're very supportive of me. So I would assume they would be supportive of you also. So if you ever get a chance, go to them. And that's not slighting anybody else that's in here that follow me and things like that. I just been knowing them for so long, and they've been like with me from day one. Betty has been with me from day one. So if you had a chance to follow them, and they do cruising videos right. If that makes sense to me. When I look at their videos, I look at that's the way cruising videos should be. And with Embarkation Nation, you get cruising with kids, which is to me is important. I like cruise. When my kids were younger, we used to cruise, and then now it's my grandkids, and I find it so much fun cruising with kids. I guess I'm not. I don't mind kids that much. So I know a lot of people don't like to keep cruising with kids. That's not me. That's not me. I like kids. I don't like drunk adults. I mean, give me kids over drunk adults uh, any day of the week. I mean, you got some bad kids out there, but I mean, drunk adult kids usually, hey, kids, stop that or whatever. The drunk adults, it's a whole different ball game. Trish, why did I strip? I got a good deal with StreamYard. I got a coupon for a good deal from StreamYard. So, and I didn't really use it a lot. Um, the EV Max, I can still do it, but I can't. I won't. It's like 30 hours free a month with EV Max. And with StreamYard, I can do more branding, and it's cheap. It would be $20 cheaper, $15 cheaper a month. So yeah, adults are worse. Adults are worse than kids. And with that being said, I like cruise ships that have adult only area also. So when you don't want to be bothered with kids, you want to drink, and I don't like drinking around kids. I never drank around my kids. If I don't drink around my kids, I'm not going to drink around your kids. Um, that's just something that I don't do. And somebody did talk to me about that. It's like, you know, we drink around our kids because we show that you can drink in moderation, which made sense. So, but again, I don't like drinking. I don't like drinking around. I don't like drinking around kids. You do nothing but love. You do. I kind of. It's like whenever I travel and I take somebody who never has never been there before or never traveled before, the look on their face in their eyes as they see something. I used to go to Vegas all the time. I loved Vegas at one time. I don't go there as much now, but I used to go to Vegas all the time. And you take somebody new out to Vegas. I mean, just driving down the strip, just the look in their eyes. It's like it puts a smile on my face. Betty J, teenagers, yeah, teenagers. I mean, but again, Betty, give me those teenagers over a drunk adult any day of the week. Give me those teenagers. I take them. I take them any day a week. Give me my little area where I can go be by myself. Usually, like when I took my kids, you drop them off at daycare, or if they're old enough, let them wander the ship by themselves. Daddy'll be at the casino, and have your little free time. But again, I don't, I I've always seen like the overindulging, and it doesn't happen a lot, but when it happens, I mean, I like going to the nightclub at night, and again, I'm drinking, but people that overindulge and throwing up, and I mean, come on, man, relax, take your time. If the goal is a family vacation, kids, okay, but if I want to relax and recline, I do not want to deal with kids. And understandable if you don't have kids, a lot of people are like that. A lot of people are like that. And I understand it. And that's why a lot of ships have the adult only section. Um, Virgin Voyages, they have adult only cruises. So those are the kind of things that, the kind of cruises that, probably you love. I mean, those are the adults only. But again, any problems I ever had on a cruise ship, it was from adults. It wasn't from kids. Yeah, well, kids. I mean, my kids. They knew where I was going to be at. That'd be at the casino, and I would try to get a table by the aisleway so they could just see me. Charlene Phelps. I've never cruised out of San Francisco. Oh, okay, yeah, to Alaska. Yeah, you're like that. I think more of Long Beach because if when you go out of Los Angeles, Long Beach, Los Angeles, you go down to Mexico, West Coast. But San Francisco and Seattle is where you cruise up to Alaska. We hate when drunk adults get out of hand, especially on a holiday, and making yourself and your family looking like idiots. Well, generally, I don't hang around people that drink like that, so they won't be making me look like an idiot because I don't hang around people like that. And if they do, it's like I'll say something. Hey, that's enough. And but again, those are like friends that I mean, you got understanding. Um, I mean, people can drink as much as they want and do whatever they want. I just don't like being around it. So yeah, I mean, those are the good things in life. I'm so glad you guys all made it in for the live. I am. If you haven't, if you're new here or just coming in, if you could hit the like button, I would appreciate that. It helps the channel out. I don't know how much, but it helps the channel out. And also, if you're new in here and haven't subscribed and you like cruise talk, or if you want to see some videos of mine, well, you don't have to subscribe. But again, it helps the channel out. So if you subscribe, I would appreciate it. I am only going to be on here for about 5 more minutes. Anybody have any questions? Anybody want to know anything about Alaska? Anybody want to know about cruising? Anything? And if you and cruising, I do mostly Carnival, and I can't talk about Royal Caribbean. I've been on one Royal Caribbean and one on Norwegian cruise line, and they were older ships, and it was some years ago. The Royal cruise was one of my favorite cruises, but it was a chartered ship. It was a chartered ship, and it was Sheila E. I don't know if people know who Sheila E. is from Prince. I love Prince music. Anyway, she had a charter cruise, so I went on that, and that was a great cruise. Great cruise because it played nothing but the music I like and the different groups from Prince and Sheila E. And it was a great cruise. Mike, and first time cruisers. You know what? I would say plan, but expect something to go wrong, and don't let something going wrong ruin your trip. Um, say you have to fly to a port, and something happens, and your plane is late, or well, okay, we'll go back. Let me go back a step. Try to go a day early if you can, for this reason. But if your plane is late, the cruise is delayed, the cruise has to change a port because of weather or something like that, go with the flow. Don't let that ruin your vacation. So many people get so upset. I mean, they'll be in you're on a cruise ship, and most of the workers on a cruise ship, English is their like second or third language. So you're talking to somebody, they may not understand what you said the first time or second time. Just repeat yourself. And they're all trying to help. They're all trying to help you out to make your day. Um, but if they don't understand and they get it wrong, don't start to yelling and screaming and trying to make them feel bad. Just enjoy the cruise. Um, so for me, that's the biggest tip I could give anybody. But plan ahead. First time cruisers, if you do excursions, I probably would go with the cruise ship excursions, because they'll guide you every step of the way. You get on the ship, they take you where you need to go off the ship. Then you get back to the port. If you do excursions on your own, you kind of have to know what to do. So I would say, book the excursions from Carnival. They might be a little more expensive, but they'll take good care of you. And then once you get the feel of it, you can start doing it on your own. I would always pack, even if you're going down to the Caribbean and it's July, I would always pack a hoodie or a light jacket, because on a cruise ship, it's like the air conditioner doesn't have a control knob. So it'll be 90 degrees outside, but it'll be minus 12 inside. So just take a light jacket. Sometimes at night, on the seas, it's a little breeze, and it's a little cool, not bad, but a little cool. But I mean, that's about it. And just when people make announcements, listen. A lot of people don't listen. Then they try to figure out what's going on. Hey, what happened? Hey, I thought we were supposed to do. Hey, if we had listened, no, you would have known that you weren't going to do that. So, I mean, those are some of the main things that I would do, like for a first time cruiser. If for me being a first time cruiser, I would pick a 3 or 4 day cruise. My first cruise was a 7-day cruise. I didn't know about motion sickness, and it nearly killed me. I never thought I was going to cruise again. Then they started telling me about Dramamine, and I started taking Dramamine. So the rest of the cruise was fine. But cruising isn't for everybody. You're trapped on this ship with a lot of people. Some people don't like being around people. It might not be your thing. 3 or 4 day cruise, it could, you might be able to figure out whether or not you like cruising. Sometimes on a 3 or 4 day cruises, though, you have a different crowd. It's more of a party cruise, which again, I don't mind. I just don't, people that just drink too much is what I don't mind people having fun. Like the nightclub, I try to go to nightclub every night. And I've had my share, but I never enough where, was sick and things like that. Well, no, let me take that back. When I went on the cruise with my daughter, she was a little youngin, and she was of age to drink at this time, and I was going to teach her about drinking because she thought she could hang with the big dogs. She drank me under the table. She literally drank me under the table, and I would never do that again. I question what she actually did in college, because something tells me it was drinking was like her major. Anyway, I digress. As I say on my night shows, when I do my night shows, I started rambling. Oh yeah, Mike, you're doing the first time cruiser. Yeah, I mean, again, um, YouTube police. Yikes! Hey, how's it going? Um, Mike, we can talk about it. Again, as far as, but those are some of the things. A lot of people overpack. I don't overpack, but again, I've been doing it for a long time. I've been doing it for a long time. So, and again, and I have I have status with Carnival, so I get free laundry. Belt loop? No, I knew that. I hadn't gotten into that yet. I was going to check and make sure. I've I've been to your channel and I saw the YouTube police, so I kind of knew who you were. But that's why I didn't get excited when I first saw it. I'm like, oh, let me go check and see who it is. No, for those of you that don't know, YouTube police is Belt Loop 29. But so again, I don't think I overpacked. Uh, Z, welcome in, Z. Um, but I probably took more than I needed. And you're going to do that probably for your first trip. You know, for me, I for a 7 day cruise, I can get everything in one suitcase and my backpack. My backpack is for usually for my electronics, my laptop, and my cameras and stuff like that. Uh, they can lose my clothes, but I don't want to lose my electronics. So I mean, again, anything that you're going to that you need, your medications, um, anything that your passports, always keep that with you. Always keep that in your backpack. Keep that with you. Backpack could go up underneath the seat in front of you on the airplane, so you'll never have to worry about checking it in. And one of the funny things is, um, I shouldn't say funny, but at the end of the cruise, if you can carry off all your luggage, you can get off a little earlier. But if you want them to take your luggage off the ship for you and you pick it up off the ship, you have to put it out the night before. Make sure you leave something out to wear the night before. You know, maybe your toothpaste and toothbrush and deodorant, because your suitcases, your stuff is going to be all gone. And a lot of people, they'll put all their clothes, everything, and put in suitcase, and it goes ship side, and now they're in pajamas. So yeah, make sure you leave something out to wear the next day. But other than that, that's about it. I'm sure Mike. I'm sure we'll talk about it more before the cruise. But bring your adventurous side. Bring your your fun side, because be fun to YouTube police. Uh, uh, because you're going to be around a lot of people, and everybody's not going to be happy. But again, you can't let them drag you down, into that state of mind. If you're going to be on a booze cruise, we're going to have fun. No matter if it's nothing but playing cards, no matter if it's up there just watching the show, we're going to have fun. So make sure you bring your happy face. So with that being said, I am going to get ready to get out of here. I appreciate everybody stopping by. Thank you so much. Controversial cruising. Uh-oh. Welcome in. I appreciate you being here, Controversial. And that name caught me. We talk about Prince. Prince had a song, Controversy. That's what when I look at that, I think of Controversy. I don't remember the name being here, Controversy. I appreciate it. I was just getting ready to get off, but I appreciate you stopping by. That's a good backup channel. I need to create a backup channel, Gary. I haven't done it yet. but I need to. And tomorrow, before I get off of here, tomorrow I am Betty J Gathers, one of 5 channels. Wow, YouTube police. Um, the one person that was here from day one, she goes live tomorrow at 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. I am Betty J Gathers, and that's Big Mama's house. We go there. We talk about a little bit of this, a little bit of that, about life, about YouTube, about aging, and we do she does. I'm there usually, but we talk about it, and she talks about it, and give you her perspective of growing up. You know, us baby boomers, you know, we have a different opinion than some people. So make sure you check her out tomorrow at 9:30. She goes Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9:30 Eastern time. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I bring it every day. Welcome in. For those of you just coming in, please, if you don't mind hitting the like button, I would appreciate that. And if you're new to this channel, controversial cruising, just subscribe. I appreciate that for just subscribing. I was about to say, if you're new to the channel and don't mind subscribing, and look at some videos, hopefully I can, you know, put a content out that you like. Controversial cruising. I will be checking out your channel. I love all cruising and things like that. Controversial cruising. If you type #strong, that'll drop your link, and for people in here, then they can follow you also. So #strong, and that will drop your link to your channel, and people can follow you. And I will do the same thing. I will be checking your channel out tonight. Again, as I said, I love watching cruising videos. I took a little while off. I took a little over a week when I got back off my cruise. And I'm trying to excite me to get back in it. There we go, people. Go check out the channel. We all know the routine in here. When you go there, don't just go there and go there and watch a video, leave a comment, hit the like button, so we can make sure all these new subs stick. I appreciate it. And the one good thing about doing live and you get new subscribers is they're actually interacting with you right now. Like, so right now, controversial cruising is watching the video now, so to speak. Being in my live right now helps me out. The YouTube police, even though it's Gary, he's new. That channel is new here. So, you know, if he just subscribed. So if they subscribe now, it should stick because they've actually invested time in my channel, which is what we have to do with other channels. We have to invest a little bit of time so YouTube police don't take away our subs. And every now and then, I go back to channels that I see a lot, and I go back to make sure I'm still subscribed, because there's been times where I knew I was just subscribed to somebody, and I go back and I'm not subscribed anymore. Yeah, again, you want to get to know people and talk live and oh, I appreciate you saw me on Coach Cruz. Yeah, I thank you. I appreciate that so much. And I hated that conversation. We talked about that earlier in here. I hated that he was having they were having problems, because Emily, she really did a great job on that Alaskan cruise. I was on the Alaskan cruise with her, and she really did a great job and really had a lot of good information. But the PA system for Carinal Luminosa was really trash. You couldn't hardly hear it, and then when she was talking, it was low, so nobody's paying attention to what the naturalist is saying, and they have so much great information. So yeah, no, I appreciate you coming over from Coach Cruz. That means a lot. Yeah, YouTube. I've had paying members being disconnected. Yeah. How, I don't know. But if all of a sudden, I don't start seeing like things popping up from channels that I know I watch, I go and check, and it's like something happened. Now maybe they blocked me or something like that. Well, that might be it. Oh, okay? You're going on this? Yeah. If you go there, just do yourself a favor, get some binoculars. She has a morning show she usually does in the theater. Go to the theater, listen to the show, and then after the talk, she'll go up to like the 10th deck, and it's an outdoor deck, and walk around. Just follow around because she can tell you more about the nature than anybody else on the ship, and she'll point out things to see and tell you about the histories of different things. So yeah, make sure that was if you're going to Alaska, and especially if you're going on Alaska with Emily on the Luminosa, the Coach Cruise show was a great show to catch. That was good catch by you. So okay, with that being said, people, I'm gone over a little over than longer than I wanted to be on. Um, Before here, I had a premiere about a helicopter ride. I did I did a helicopter ride on an excursion to Alaska, and that I had that video premiere before this. So if you didn't get a chance to check that one out, check that out. Controversial cruising, you might want to check that out. That was an excursion in Juneau. It was a helicopter ride that I took, and it was the best. It was the best excursion I've ever had. I mean, it literally blew me away. So if you get up, if you get up, I'm looking at your comment. If you get a chance, go check that out. If you're up early, I'm not a big morning riser, but it'd be worth it. It'll be worth it. So if you're up early, yeah, you catch that and go out, and you'll see more, sea life than you've ever seen. Oh. I thought I was looking at dolphins. She said it wasn't dolphins. She said it was something else. All right, good people. I am going to get ready to get off of here. Felicia's doing Alaska in 2025. You'll love it. You can't go wrong with Alaska. I will talk to you next time I go live. Well, my next schedule live is Thursday at 4 p.m. next Thursday. Monday, I have a new video coming out from the Carinal Luminosa. It's a sea day. So you'll check that out Monday at 4 p.m. I may put another video out right before I go live Thursday next week also, because I have so many videos to try to catch up on. But I don't know as of yet. So right now, that's my schedule, and I hope to see you guys and new people here. I hope to see you again. Appreciate you, and hope to catch you soon. Bye-bye.